A warm welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Monday, August 17th. Apologies were the order of the day for two teenagers who sparked public outrage after they were seen in videos on social media abusing several elderly and homeless citizens last week. The 13-year-olds admitted their wrongdoing in the presence of two of their victims, Joseph Lewis and Anthony Gay. At a news conference hosted by the Barbados Alliance to End Homelessness, the two boys said they're ready to pay for their actions.
Good afternoon to one and all. I am here to apologize, not only to my country but to the nation for my inappropriate and unacceptable behavior that I was circulating on social media. At first, it was just a joke to me and my friend, and I sincerely apologize for our actions. And I hope that you can accept my humble apology.
My actions were wrong, but still they thought it was your fault, me and my friends. I'd like you find it someday in your heart or forgive me, like you accept my humble apology.
President of the Barbados Alliance to End Homelessness, Kimar Safri, says the two boys will perform community service at the shelter and they will enroll in the Nature Fund ranch for at-risk youth.
We know that they did commit a criminal offense on the homeless, but we want to see in what way we can start to help them at the said time, but also that they can acknowledge that which they did to the homeless, and that is the reason for today's press conference.
And you said you brought in some entities to help.
So we decided to bring in some entities, and because of the conversation that we would have had, we brought in Mr. Corey Lane from the Nature Fund Ranch and also Mr. Sean Clark from Supreme Counseling for Personal Development. And by no means any of these organizations are new to us, and we've seen the work that they would have been doing over the years, especially among the youth, and we really wanted to involve them to basically assist in this, assist with the young children as well as we help them.
Corey Lane, founder and chief of the Nation Fund Ranch, says he's willing and ready to work with the two boys, and he stressed the need for a juvenile reform programs.
From the time we discovered that the gentleman had interest in horseback riding and becoming jockeys or whatever, the authorities would have contacted me, and immediately I would have pledged the support of my organization, the Nature Fund Ranch, because I believe it is very, very important to not only look at the consequences, but where we go in relation to reform and prevention. The question I always ask is, how do we get these young people involved in sports, community, youth groups, whatever, something that is meaningful and positive as opposed to waiting till it is too late. The government of Canada pumped millions of dollars in the region recently in two programs, one called Impact Justice and the Juris Project. And a large part of that is restorative justice. And I think that is what is going to occur here with the young men giving back service to the homeless.
Meanwhile, there's a view that the proposed people assemblies can play a significant role in addressing deviant behavior among young people. So says Member of Parliament for St. John and former Youth Commissioner Charles Griffith, as he participated in the latest virtual town hall meeting held by the Thorne Commission on Local Governance for St. John last evening. He suggested the assemblies can help to ensure young people are involved in structural activities, and he proposed the establishment of study halls within communities as an example.
We have youngsters within all of our communities who are in households with siblings that create a problem as it relates to studying. And I'm thinking that, and I'm trying to push it within the constituency of St. John, the thought of having study halls where those youngsters who are preparing either for CXCs, 11 plus, usually in that particular age range, can have a quiet locale in the constituency, maybe at community level where there's a church, that they can go and find maybe an hour or two to sit and focus on their schoolwork. And I'm thinking that with the onset of the People's Assembly, that an initiative such as that can come into play because there's a need for it.
In today's COVID-19 update, one new case was recorded today with the arrival of an asymptomatic visitor on board Caribbean Airways from Jamaica yesterday. The 32-year-old woman was the only positive case among the 119 tests carried out by the Best de Santos Public Health Laboratory. Barbados now has on record 152 cases, comprising 81 females and 71 males. There are 23 people in isolation and 122 others have recovered. The Public Health Laboratory has completed 14,542 tests.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news now in Jamaica, the issue of stigma has been impacting residents in 5 communities under quarantine because of COVID-19. Krista Campbell of Television Jamaica has been tracking this story.
In the 3 St. Thomas communities of Church Corner, Summit and Bamboo River, even members of the security forces are guilty.
Can't even come out for even buy. Somebody a come to drop off something for me and them have to put it on the ground and me pick it up like me a dog puppy. Because the soldier them tell me say me have corona so me can't stretch nothing give nobody and nobody can't stretch nothing give me. Now me feel really bad because me no prisoner. Me can't even go to shop. Me sit down outside my gate, them tell me say me have to go inside because me I go attract pass by this.
Going out in the quarantine zone on the 3 allotted shopping days per week is another reason to feel bad.
Married be people must call me like how the church can alone have corona. We got MoneyGram, from we have a church kind of address, then send me out, so they're not doing no business with church kind of people.
We went to MoneyGram to get a response about her claims, only to find this notice. However, Ms. Morgan says the discrimination doesn't stop there.
Some of the taxis then, some we take with some don't. So me not have to take them taxi. Because you say after this pandemic over, enough of them have to talk to me. Because who has called me now, then can't bother talk to me after. So me I call my rum cream, now the soldier ask me what me I do with rum cream in my hand. So me never know, so me must drink neither.
President of the Eastern St. Thomas Taxi Association, Kirk Brown, admits that residents from the quarantined communities are being stigmatized, but says he's been doing what he can to discourage it.
We encourage them, look, we did not cause corona. Anybody can catch corona. So we do not want to discriminate of anyone. So we had a zero tolerance on that, and we have understanding where that's concerned.
We put the stigma complaints to Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton.
I think the responsibilities that they have are of such that one could feel restricted, because that's what it's all about. I hope that's not what is being interpreted as stigma. I've been there and I've seen them at work, and I think they have acted very professionally.
However, he says residents should report any incident of discrimination to members of the health team in the quarantine zone.
On the international front, European Union leaders will hold an emergency video conference about a deepening political crisis in Belarus. Officials of the bloc have expressed support for a protest movement rallying against the disputed re-election of the country's president.
We went from fear to defiance and from sadness to anger in just 1 week. Never before have so many people in Belarus taken to the street to protest. Hundreds of thousands marched through the main avenues of Minsk to demand President Lukashenko to step down. "We won't forgive you," they chant. The accounts of torture and abuse of thousands of detainees has also angered Lukashenko's supporters and people who were never interested in politics.
We are protesting here against the violence which is happening against the Belarusian nation. We acknowledge that people can have different political views and preferences, but under no condition can people be beaten up and raped in the police station.
I think that he must go away. We don't need another blood. We just need peace, and we want just honestly election.
While Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, the woman many voted for in last weekend's election, has gone into exile, her campaigner Maria Kolesnikova addresses the crowd.
The more we go on expressing our dissatisfaction, the sooner change will come. For the first time in 26 years, we feel that we are a free European nation and we are together. Together we shall win.
Unprecedented scenes here in Minsk, Belarus has changed in just 1 week time. Police violence, torture has led to so much anger that the opposition movement will only grow larger.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.